And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's across midfield and finally down at the 32-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You talk about this Titan defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 2. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Warrior 70. 60 Bison. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On first and goal, Howard showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Back to throw. Foot toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
All right.
They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
All right.
In motion right, that's Collins. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKenzie, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
On target to his man, Likely. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to move back in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
On the quick, right?
In motion, the tight end. Again, it's Stroud. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
He tried to bounce it outside, but that going nowhere from the start. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Eluding the pressure right. Caught left side by Mechie. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 4. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. Here's second and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go, Reed, go. Ready?
Trying the right side with Howard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Dragon 60. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Viking 18. Ready.
A give to Howard up the gut. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
19 light.
Looking to throw. Foot. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Will Anderson
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
He leaves this one for Howard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
2nd and 6.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's 3rd and 3.
All right.
Stroud out of the gun here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That one out wide and intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Now Stroud. That is caught by Lamb. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. CeeDee Lamb, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Howard up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. The throwing again is Stroud. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. A shotgun snap to Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here goes Stroud again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On the ground with a tight end. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Bronco 80! Hey! Hey! Check that! Hut, hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They go with Howard again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A give to Howard running left. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Check, check. Check, go.
On the toss play, Howard. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Check. Buffalo 18. Hut.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Cougar 19. Alert! Alert!
On third down, this is Howard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Come 19!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now first and goal.
Ready! Hot, hot.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. And this one into the hands of Mechie. And he'll have a quick first down here, and they'll stop the clock as well as he's out of bounds right at midfield.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Looking deep here from Mechie.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's second down.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go, and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. Check go.
A give left side to Howard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
19 Tiger, 97 Pirate, 7 Pirate.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, in overtime to put him in the red zone. That was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Back to throw. Foot.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
From the gun on third down. Foot. That is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were. I just love being able to be witness to a game like this.